Hey, what's going on, world? Haas here. I'm just going to provide you guys a little bit of an impromptu channel update. So I know I didn't announce this live stream or anything in advance, but basically just want to kind of fill you guys in on the kind of stuff to expect from this channel in the near future. I know I provided a little bit of an update maybe like a few weeks ago, but basically just want to fill you guys in. I see their real thing, see their Keystone / Vegan Pundit. Good to see you. So yeah, basically, this is just not going to be too long of a video. Just going to kind of talk about what I hope to do in the future. I know I've used the community tab for this kind of purpose in the past, but I like to be able to just interact with people a little bit too and kind of get that community element. And so anyway, basically, the last two things that have happened with this channel that I would consider pretty noteworthy would be the live outreach that I did. And then I also did an open mic recently. My main goal with this channel originally was to kind of serve as a way to kind of help other vegans to do outreach. And initially I was so afraid / annoyed maybe at the prospect. I appreciate that, Keystone. I was so annoyed at the prospect of having to deal with pick-me vegans and plant-based people coming on and telling me that my approach is too aggressive. Not that I think I have a particularly aggressive approach, but I just think like nothing is more annoying to me than having to deal with other vegans telling me that I'm like too hardline or something like that. So that's why, for the first several years of this channel, I had the comments just off. I was not interested in hearing any criticisms whatsoever. And then, I've been so pleasantly surprised. Case in point, I put a poll out the other day saying, like, which describes you? And the overwhelming majority of people on listening to this channel, watching this material, are vegan. So that was really awesome to hear. I think maybe only one person answered that they were vegan and might exploit animals in the future. I wish I could talk to that person. I don't know who they were, but in any case, I appreciate your feedback. Also, real thing. I think the album's going to be coming out toward the end of this year. That's my hope. I still got a lot of recording to do, but I'm kind of one of those people that once I start recording, I kind of just get into a groove and then do it. I haven't really started the intensive recording process yet, but I've been putting in a lot of planning. So writing, lyrics, music, and kind of like working on different elements that are going to be within the songs. I've noticed that I'm able to put out a much higher quality product when I have like a very high number of tracks within the song, lots of different elements, kind of like more subtle things within the song. So that's kind of the plan right now. So regarding that, I do want to say the second song that I played, I will be putting out what I had originally planned to make as a lyric video, kind of like the previous one I had put out. That lyric video didn't feature me in it, but I realized that now that I have kind of a video of me performing the song for which I'm making the video coming up, it might be like more like a music video. I'm thinking I'll probably include clips of me also playing in there, so it'll maybe be a little bit more like a music video. But I still like putting lyrics in. For whatever reason, I think it just maybe helps with the sing-along ability and the memorability. So that's something to look for. I do need to still record vocals for that one, but everything else on it is almost basically done. So I tend to come down a little hard on myself with my vocals. Like, I don't particularly like my singing voice, but I like singing. So it's kind of one of those things that like I've been in bands in the past where like people have hated my singing and considered it like the weakest element of the band. And it's been a little bit of like a hit to my ego. But I make music that I enjoy listening to. I listen to music that I write all the time. I'm not really making it for anybody else. I love when other people enjoy it that much more, actually, when people really resonate with stuff that I make like for myself to enjoy. So anyway, that's what's going on in the music world. Regarding the social experiment kind of stuff, I do want to start putting out more shorts because I think, and Chip had brought in some feedback about this where I'm making like, 45-minute, Chip from Vegan Power Lab, for anybody who's not, listening and not familiar. This is like a 45-minute video from that outreach. And, admittedly, if I see someone with a 45-minute video, even if it's someone who I really, really admire and like to watch, like Joey Carbstrong, for example, it's like a 45-minute video is a pretty long commitment. And you kind of have to sift through a lot of maybe less than exciting conversation to get to kind of like the exciting stuff, for the lack of a better word. So I do want to address that by kind of maybe chopping up the videos into, a few shorter videos, like maybe one conversation per video. I know that there's a definite opportunity there with the shorts to be able to make kind of more highlight type videos, but there's definitely a good middle ground that I want to be able to hit between like a 45-minute video and just like literally a 1-minute video, which is unfortunately where we're limited with the shorts. So in the social experiment realm, I also plan to change things up a little bit. I've been running with this oppression related theme that Chip helped me to develop. I basically kind of observed and use that for my content. But I also have noticed in the past that people have done different questions. Like I like Justin from Debug Your Brain's approach where, in videos in the past, he's asked about people's appraisals of kicking a pig, for example, and how they feel about that. And I want to be able to incorporate more stuff like that. I'm also thinking of one where I would ensure that I'm talking with an adult and then ask them about the bestiality type elements within quote unquote animal ag, and ask them, if you're not okay with people doing XYZ to non-human animals for sexual gratification or what have you, like, touching them inappropriately, maybe even if gratification is not involved, why would you be okay with doing that for unnecessary food? And I like this angle of embedding the lack of necessity within the question. So saying for unnecessary food. I think maybe Chip was also the first person I heard using that terminology, and I really love that terminology. So talked a little bit about music, talked a little bit about outreach. Another project that I've been working on is about the dog food that my partner and I make for our dogs. So we have 2 rescue dogs that she actually brought into my life, via our relationship. And we've been making a dog food using like chickpea flour, pea protein powder, TVP, peas and carrots, sunflower oil, arrowroot powder, psyllium husk, and then adding in a bunch of different amino acids and vitamins. In a lot of the cases, I've actually had to look up the RDAs for dogs and ascertain that I'm not going above the upper limits, and then had to kind of like crush different types of pills or put different powders and things like that. So I've definitely done a lot of research on this. So I think I can bring a lot of value to people who are looking for ways to feed their dogs plant-based. Granted, it is quite a bit of work preparing food for them because we basically have to make them like a large tub of food every week. And we mix rice into it as well, because otherwise I think the excess of protein tends to cause digestive issues. Hey, Carrie, good to see you here. And yeah, so I want to definitely put out a video, and in that video, you'll also get to see them running around and being full of energy. So I definitely want this to be a video where I'm able to promote the benefits of plant-based diets and homemade plant-based food for dogs and show that they can thrive, and also divulge a lot of the different kind of like amino acids, supplements, and those kinds of things that are involved to make it easy for them to stay healthy. So talked a little bit about music stuff, outreach stuff, the dog food video. Something else that I've been considering recently is making a series that focuses on bigger activists and maybe smaller activists too, where they're featured in kind of almost like a highlight reel, almost like making a mini documentary. I've been somewhat getting better at video editing, and I've just been using iMovie lately, but I'm thinking about also getting Final Cut Pro. I think it comes with a free 90-day trial, so I might just try that out. But in any case, I think it's not beyond my capabilities to be able to make some pretty good kind of like documentary style, highlight reel style analyses of different activists. So this is beyond just like playing their outreach on stream and reacting to it. I'm talking about more kind of like breaking down what makes that individual's activism so effective. So it's not like focused on personality. I don't want this to be a video about vegans per se, but more so about how we can help animals by learning from different activists. So it's this idea about standing on the shoulders of giants. Real thing, I've heard of Da Vinci. I haven't ever tried it, but I'd definitely be open to trying it. I'm very comfortable with iMovie right now, so I do have a little bit of resistance to trying something that's too different. I just watched a tutorial on Final Cut Pro today, and it looks pretty similar to iMovie, so I do like that about it, but I'm certainly willing to kind of learn more about it because I think, you know, it's good to kind of learn proper form, so to speak. And maybe even if something has a higher, steeper learning curve, it might be worth it. So I'm open to that for sure. Other than the activist spotlight video, and you know, I'm not sure if that's actually going to go down. I've sent a couple emails to I guess people who could be considered like some bigger names. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any responses back, but I think it would be good for the growth of this channel, and I think it would be a good thing to also kind of like honor those people. You know, it's something that I'm willing to take on, which would entail rather a pretty significant amount of work and effort, but I think it could be fun. Other than that, I'm thinking about also making more reaction videos that would reach non-vegans and trying to bring different niches into kind of the fold of activism so I can reach more non-active vegans. We have so many different vegan YouTubers on YouTube, and we don't see a lot of activism content from all of them. You know, a lot of things are more recipe based or fitness based, or are talking about climate change and things like that. And you know, there's a certain group of people, you know, like many of the people who are listening now, perhaps, or listening, you know, or you know, who watch my content. We see on different activists channels, and we stream with each other. That's incredible. I think that needs to continue. However, I also think that we need to get more vegans active as much as possible, so that, you know, we can end this scourge of animal exploitation as soon as possible. So I've also been reaching out to different content creators who make more of the aforementioned types of like vegan adjacent content, like health content, things like that. So I plan on doing that a lot more. And, you know, my hope is that if I get somebody to come and talk to me who doesn't usually make animal rights content, then someone else who I've streamed with in the past, or who watches my content, who is an activist, who's also a YouTuber, can then say, hey, XYZ person, why don't you come on my channel too? And we can talk more about activism, and we can kind of like bring more non-animal rights focused people into that fold, if you will. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And other than that, I'm also thinking about, like I said, in addition to kind of the branching out type collabs, maybe some more reaction type videos, perhaps reacting to non-vegans. I do worry a little bit about non-vegans doing like copyright strike type stuff, kind of just to try to like stick one, you know, at a vegan channel kind of thing. So not 100% sure on how that would go, but that's basically the gist of things. So just to summarize, I'm planning on making some more shorts regarding the outreach content, and probably shorter videos in the, you know, in the anticipatable, if that's a word, in the foreseeable, maybe that's a better word, foreseeable future. And doing some different types of social experiments. So the sign that I have just says, come participate in a social experiment. So it's completely open-ended. So I do want to kind of like juke and jive a little bit and kind of see if I can pivot to some different prompts. Chiefly among which seems interesting to me is the bestiality one. So I just need to make sure that I'm talking with an adult. And I think, you know, besides that, I'll be fine. And then, like I said, music video type thing is on its way. Album is still planned for late this year. vegan dog food video is coming very soon. And some, potential projects include maybe some non-animal rights activist type collabs, an activist spotlight project, which is kind of like a mini documentary. Actually, I shouldn't even say mini, I should say micro documentary series. And other than that, I don't have any collabs scheduled at this time. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we can kind of bring some other people into the fold of animal rights on YouTube. And other than that, if anybody has any questions or anything, let me know. But yeah, I think I addressed the questions that I saw in here already. I just wanted this to be a really short kind of just check-in in the interest of just, making shorter, more concise content. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I thank the people who watch for watching, and I'll go ahead and end the stream. Thanks, Real Thing. I appreciate you're looking forward to it, and I'm really glad to have you here for it. And I hope that, we can keep making a difference for animals. In the words of Reagan Russell, I don't know. I'm not quoting her here, but I don't know if it makes a difference, but I know that not doing anything makes no difference. So we're just gonna keep trying. So thanks, everybody, and see you guys in the near future. All right, take care, and do something to speak up for animals today. It might be something really small, but just, when you're walking, if you go to the store and you're walking by someone, just say to your partner, even if your partner is vegan, if you don't have a partner, just say it to yourself. I don't know, just say something. Animal exploitation. When you walk by a container of cheese, just be like, animal exploitation. Just plant seeds in people's minds, even if that's the least you can do. Carrie says she likes long content. I like making long content too. I like giving that content to people. I really like being able to provide that to people. I just, my viewership has seemed to go down if I put out long content. So it's just kind of a matter of making sure what people are actually going to stick around to watch. And, I'm hoping to be able to get more interaction and engagement from non-vegans. I would love to have a channel where it's only vegans watching and I feel very comfortable in it. And by no means, I don't know if I would necessarily even be happy if my viewership was kind of like Tosh Peterson or Jack Higgs or the Vegan Teachers viewership, where the majority of the viewers are non-vegan. I mean, that's an incredibly isolating kind of prospect. So I'm not sure. I'm really kind of not sure where the viewership is going to go. I would hope that mostly there will be a strong enough contingent of vegans to be able to kind of bat down the objections and troll comments. I also want to make more people moderators as well to deal with that. But I'm just kind of hoping for a slow and steady growth where we can just continue reaching more non-vegans. But I really, really, really want to focus on the people who are not active, who are plant-based or vegan. I think that I do have an approach that can be particularly non-threatening and diffusing of defensiveness, where I can kind of like engage with those people in a way where I'm prompting them to get a little more angry about the injustices and just kind of shake people a little bit out of their complacency. So, but yeah, like I was saying, that's pretty much it. Just a little short and sweet update here. And thank you all for watching. And if you wish, feel free to leave a comment down below and just tell me what kind of content you'd like to see more of. I'm always curious, and of course, like, don't feel like you're encroaching upon the kind of content I want to make. Like, I know that I have the choice at the end of the day to make whatever content. I do like feedback though. So, just like with my music, I make it for myself, but I love the feedback. So, with the content too, I won't do it if I won't enjoy it anyway. So just let me know. Do you want to see more reaction type content where I'm just like I am now, just like a talking head looking at an article or something like that? Would you rather see kind of more cinematic productions, kind of like lyric and music video type stuff, or like the dog food video I'm going to work on, like stuff where, I show kind of more stuff from my life? Or are you just here for mostly the street outreach? And you just like to see me out talking with people, which is totally fine too. So maybe leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from people and know that, you know, these questions are reaching people's ears, and you know, and to hear your ideas. So anyway, thanks all for being here, and thank you for everybody who watched live and people who are going to watch later. And I hope to produce some more content and help animals in the very near future. All right, take care, everyone. Peace.